What's up, everybody? Well, I figured I would add a quick disclaimer real quick. I went into Yellowstone yesterday. Yes, it's open, and I made a video that I'm going to go ahead and have you guys watch. Now, I did misspeak in it. I was on the Firehole River, not the Gibbon River. I got a little confused. And then on top of that, the other portion that I made a mistake on is when it comes to the winter tours in Yellowstone, you're going to want to book those in advance, and I mean like way in advance, because they fill up quick. Other than that, you guys enjoy the video and let me know what you think in the comments down below. So I'm in Yellowstone National Park, so much for it being closed, and I just want to show you guys something because a lot of people forget this drive. This is Firehole Canyon, okay, and that happens to be Firehole Falls right there. I'll flip the camera around so you get a little bit better view of it, and then I'll zoom in. Now this is one of the coolest waterfalls that is in here that most people don't know about. This is actually the Gibbons River. It junctions into the Madison. And like I said, there isn't very many people that take this route, so a lot of people miss this waterfall. But I think it's totally cool. And as you can see, it's a pretty steep incline to get down there. You can fish this river, by the way, just to let you know. Now, I came in here with a winter tour for my first time to Yellowstone Park over 10 years ago, and my buddy Wild Bill happened to actually be the guy that was the guide. We came in on a van that was retrofitted with mat tracks, so we were able to track over the snow and not have any issues. And this thing was totally awesome to see. It was flowing just like it is right now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue on my journey through the park and show you some other cool stuff here and there, all right? So I'll see you guys in a bit. Haha, I gotcha. That was the lower section of Firehole Falls. This is the upper section, so I'll go ahead and flip the camera around so you can see it too. This is in fact one of the coolest waterfalls that most people don't know about. As you can see, the falls go all the way down. Now there are caverns underneath the falls. I wouldn't recommend getting into this thing, but it goes all the way down to the lower Firehole Falls right down there. That's the top of the waterfall you just saw. So I'll go ahead and track back over here. You guys can check that out. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now, it's like I said, a lot of people come into the park and they don't really pay attention to stuff like this. This is actually a turnoff from the main road that you have to take in order to get to this waterfall. So a lot of people just bypass it just to go to most of the geyser basins. So I figured I would just show it to you, all right? So you guys take care, and I hope you enjoy the footage on this because we got a lot more coming your way. In the meantime, I'll see you in a little bit. Oh, by the way, they do have information plaques, but you're going to have to make it here to read them. I'm not going to show them to you, all right? So, I'll see you at the next location. I'm just down from Mount Faithful right now. It's actually right across the way, but I want you to check this out, okay? Check that out. You might think it's a hot spring or something like that, or some kind of jacuzzi. I wouldn't go in there, because if you actually pay attention really, really close, and you look into that little corner right there, pay real close attention to it and zoom in on it, there's a jawbone in there. Yeah. The pH of this water will dissolve your body in no time at all, so keep that in mind. And aside from that, this is also my wife's first time in Yellowstone, so what do you think, man?
I'm enjoying it thoroughly, but it makes for a great first anniversary.
There you go. Yeah, I've been married 1 year and I survived. We'll see what happens in the next one. So check this out. Here's one of the local bison in Yellowstone Park. Now there's something you need to remember about these. If you're an idiot, you get close to it. If you're smart, you stay far away like this. He's about 45 yards from me. This is about as close as you ever want to get to these things. Now you notice he's grazing in the grass. That's because he's trying to eat up all the food he possibly can, because in the winter time, a lot of the food source out here goes away. One of the other things you want to keep in mind too when you're dealing with bison is they kind of get what they can when they can, because as they eat the grass in Yellowstone Park, it actually wears down their teeth. Now this doesn't really happen in many areas in Montana or in Wyoming, but because of the acidity in the grass and everything else out here in Yellowstone Park, they eat, and then next thing you know, it wears down their teeth, and then eventually starve to death or become susceptible to other prey. They become dinner. Go ahead and take a good look at him. To be completely honest, he's about as tall as I am, and twice as long. He's got a lot of power. The guy's nothing but meat. So anyway, I'm gonna venture on to the next stuff and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, I'm in another area. It's called Biscuit Basin. And no, there's no gravy, unfortunately, but the ground does look like gravy around here. Check it out. So anyway, there's one of the really cool pools that are in this area. Now, these are catwalks that you have to stay on, and they are made of wood. So every once in a while, they do rot out. So if a section is closed, that's because it's under maintenance. In most cases, anyway. But we're wandering down now that we're done with Old Faithful and all the loops around that area, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit the basins. Now, the reason that I shot all the way to Old Faithful right off the bat is because when you first come into the park early in the morning, these places are packed, and it's always just better to see it with a lot less people. So my recommendation, if you come to Yellowstone Park, make sure you go to the info desk and all that stuff and go see Old Faithful first thing in the morning, and then come check out the rest of the geyser basins on your way through Madison a little bit later on in the afternoon, and you'll end up almost having the place to yourself. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and check out a couple more things on this one, and then it's on to one of the other basins farther north. All right, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Now, this is one of those features that I just absolutely have to show off. I want you to pay attention to the sign right there. It says don't throw anything into these things. They are really serious about that. But check out the color of that pool. I hope you can see it really good, because this is actually one of those crystal blue pools that are just totally awesome. Now remember, the pH of these is set pretty high, so this will literally dissolve your body if you end up in it, okay? So don't try to go swimming in it. But because this thing has got such a cool color, I figured I'd show it to you guys. So I'm going to keep going on, and I'll see you a little bit later. Well, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is Excelsior. Now, this geyser doesn't really erupt. Not sure if it has a constriction point to be able to do that, but when it did, it went anywhere from 50 to 300. It blew up once, and it created this whole caldera right here. Now, I know it's really hard to see because of the sun, but that's okay. That's one of those things that makes you want to come out here for yourself. But in all honesty, I'll give you a piece of information. They have no idea when it's going to erupt again. So that's kind of the scary part. But honestly, for all you people that think Yellowstone's going to explode, I just want to go ahead and debunk that theory for you. What do you think it's doing right now? That's what it's been doing for the last 100 years. It's been erupting nonstop. That's why we have all the geyser formations and everything that goes off. So I'm off doing the rest of the trail, so I'll see you guys in a second. And this is what I was hoping for, the clouds to cover the sun so that you can go ahead and see this crater. You notice the sapphire blues in there? It's actually kind of cool. Still, if I were you guys, I wouldn't go swimming. Not a smart idea. So just in case any of you were ever wondering what it actually looks like being at the Grand Prismatic Pool from ground level, that's it. I know, it's a trip, right? You see all these pictures and stuff and you're like, wow, that's awesome. To be completely honest, it is awesome. Every once in a while the fog goes out of the way and you can see inside the water. But that's why they did the aerial view, so that you can go ahead and check it out. Now, this boardwalk does go all the way down and around, and there is a trail on the other side where you can get a better view. So don't be discouraged from coming here just because my video doesn't show what the pool looks like, okay? Now, honestly, you look at the colors on the ground, it's pretty awesome. You go to the other side, you can see this catwalk. That's just kind of the way it is. It is a one-way pass, so keep that in mind. Don't try to go backwards on the trail, because that's just flat out rude. They do that for safety. The pHs at these are really high, and honestly, most people that end up touching these things or anything usually end up developing burns long after they've left the park, just to let you guys know. So anyway, I'll give you one more good look at it. You can see the steam is kind of rolling away. As you get around this thing, you get some really good views. All right, so I'm going to continue on to all the other places that we're going to hit, and then I will see you guys a little bit later. Well, this is one of the last ones. This is the Paint Pot hiking trail. Now, this one's got some pretty cool geysers on it and stuff like that. You can see the one in the background right here. This one's actually really cool. A lot of them have a lot of this color to them, which is pretty awesome. you get that cool sapphire blue and opal colors and stuff like that. Now these are totally awesome. Now the bacteria's in these, there's actually a bacteria mat down the way right over there. Now you got to be careful because these ones right here are actually some of the most dangerous ones, along with a lot of the bigger ones. The pH levels, like I've been saying this whole time, are just insane. As a matter of fact, there was a guy that was bringing his dog out here, which is one of the reasons why they don't allow dogs anymore on any of these boardwalks, is because one guy's dog actually had enough nerve to run and jump into that thing. And then the guy actually followed him to get his dog. Needless to say, they both ended up passing away after severe burns, okay? So that's one of them. We're gonna keep doing this trail loop, and I might point out one other one, and then I'm gonna wrap up this video. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Well, I had a little mishaps where my phone didn't want to quite turn off, but this is the last one that I'm going to show you. Now this is the fountain paint pot. Pay attention really closely. That is in fact boiling mud, okay? Now this is not a sauna area. Don't try to spread this stuff on your face, just to let you guys know. But this is actually one of the cool thermal features. Now when you first come into the park, this is actually the first basin you're going to get to when you come in from West Yellowstone, okay? Now I went ahead and did it all backwards for the sake of avoiding the crowds. I've been in here enough times to know that if you're going to do anything, go to Old Faithful first, and then backtrack if you're going back out the West Yellowstone way. That way you get to see all this cool stuff. But I figured I would show this to you because this is a very awesome feature. This is one of the only ones that I know of in the park that's actually boiling mud, all right? So do me a favor. If you guys like the video, leave a like on it. If you want, share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel for more cool stuff, and don't forget your notification bell. And just for everybody doing all those debunks and myths and stuff about Yellowstone closing, I'm in the park right now, and I had one video that I saw that was launched like 9 days ago saying the park was closed. It's definitely not closed. So, get you one more good look at that. You can see the boiling mud. Yep, see, there it is. All right, other than that, you guys take care. We're gonna finish our loop, and we will see you next time, right, babe?
Absolutely. Have a good one.
All right, take care. Just figured I'd give you one more look at this in case you didn't get a good look at it. Lots and lots of boiling mud. And I'll do one more real quick of one more pool that'll be easier to see that I think is totally awesome. Here's one of the other ones where you actually get to see the color, guys. It's pretty cool. All right, this is the last one, okay? Check out that boiling mud. Pretty cool, huh? Make sure you plan a trip here and follow the rules. Later. What's up, everybody? Well, check this out, man. There was a bunch of people doing a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube saying Yellowstone was closed, so I figured I would drive over here and check it out. I'm in the park right now, and it's obviously not closed. I got boiling mud behind me and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. There's a boiling mud pot just over there. There's more geysers on that side. And then there's that one right there, which is the painted pots, okay? Now this place is totally cool. You really got to come check it out. And to go ahead and debunk the theory, it's totally open, okay? And then on top of that, it's my wife and I's anniversary. Check that out. She's never been to the park before, so I figured I'd bring her in here. Why not, right? Best anniversary gift she's had so far. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and check out a bunch of features in the park. I got a video on the way just to let you guys know, so you take care, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more cool stuff. Just remember, there's always a bunch of wildlife out here. I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see this. This guy is chowing down. And we are literally 3.5 feet from him. And he doesn't even care. Now just remember, that's not an open invitation to go up and try to say hi to every animal in Yellowstone, okay? Because they're not all cute and cuddly. As a matter of fact, someone will thrash you. If you don't believe me, look up some of the footage on YouTube. It'll show you, all right? Take care, that was it. Seriously though, guys, very last one, just because it's erupting. But isn't this just an awesome sunset?
It's blinding.
I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. And trust me, it's worth it to come out here. You guys take care. So you ought to know by now, this is how I roll. I mean, come on, guys. Did you think that my subscribe and all that stuff was always the end of the video? This is the disclaimer, by the way. I just figured I'd let you guys know you always got to take consideration. No, I'm just kidding. This is the end of the video. Anyway, I'm over here at Gibbons Falls. Pretty cool, isn't it? So I always like coming here last because you actually get the majesticness of everything without the crowds. As you can see, there is absolutely no one here. A lot of traffic passing on the road from all the people that are taking off, but there is no one here. Now that's the way I run the park, the way I run the park. You guys run the park however you want to, okay? But if you want to do it the right way, I recommend doing it the way I do it, all right? Get in here first thing in the morning, go straight to Old Faithful, check out the information centers, the gift shops and all that stuff. Get your coffee at the barista in the old lodge, watch Old Faithful, do your loop, and trust me, if you do the loop around Old Faithful, it's better to watch it from the backside to avoid the crowds. And then after that, make your way to the waterfall and then out of the park. But remember, when you're at sunset, there's a lot of animals out, all right? So you guys take care, and I will officially see you next time with more cool stuff because like I said, this is the official end of the video, all right? So you guys take care. Don't forget to subscribe, right, babe?
Yes, and share it with a friend.
You heard that. Share it with a friend. And I'm going to end it with the waterfall. Later, guys.